fix anything in post. Because there's nothing to fix.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Waking Up. We're
So,
here.
We that's about as far as we got. We're here.
Yeah. Actually, it's gonna be one of those Sean hasn't seen it till like 2 seconds ago.
Right? Those are great. Yeah.
It's great. Hello,
Surprise!
everyone. Welcome to Waking Up. I am one of your co-hosts. I am Anna, and with me is my other co-host, Sean.
What's up?
Occasionally I like him. Occasionally I keep him.
Occasionally.
Okay.
You never know. It's a day-to-day thing.
And Waking Up is our podcast about mental health, religious trauma, and a lot of things in between. But what does your coffee mug say? Ask me about my dad joke. God damn it. No, I will not ask you. You know what mine says though? Mine says main character. Main character.
That was me on Tuesday. I was main character on Tuesday.
Of your own tragedy? Like, what happened?
Whether y'all like it or not. Tuesday, 3 Words and a Dragon. I was main character.
You were a main character anyway. Energy. All right, so let's get through with this disclaimer and our normal disclaimer, and we'll get started, shall we?
Mm-hmm, we shall.
So here on Waking Up, we're not here to bash anyone's faith or religion. We think faith and religion are beautiful things when done in a mentally and emotionally healthy manner. Sean and I, neither one of us are mental health care professionals. We are not therapists. We are not counselors. We're not fucking life coaches. We're winging it. I wouldn't even say we're winging it like my eyeliner, because I can't even do that. So you know what? We're just two trauma triscuits with on the internet with a mic and a camera and a streaming platform. So here we are. It was me. I'm the problem. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm watching it right here. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Don't make us do the intro again.
Okay. So we're two trauma triscuits on the internet. Please, anything said on this podcast is our own personal opinions, our editorial comments only. But if you do need professional help, if you are in a place where you need to get in touch with somebody who is, licensed and certified, we do have information that we can give you that can help you get in touch with a mental health care professional in your area. All you have to do is message us in Discord, and we will be glad to provide that information for you, because mental health matters. And just like, you know what, this might be our new thing, because our new thing.
Yeah. What is it?
If it costs your mental health, it's too expensive.
That is fantastic.
I feel like that might be our new little slogan. Thank you.
Mine is on my specially made custom one is on my refrigerator. Like I said, it's promptly there.
Oh, thanks, Neb. Where am I? Oh, Sean and I, for those of you who are new here, we grew up in the late 90s, actually 90s, early aughts. Actually, we grew up most of our lives in the Carolinas, which is Billy Graham territory. We grew up as Southern Baptist. We were raised Southern Baptist. And for those of you who don't know, Southern Baptist is a conservative evangelical denomination of the Protestant Christian faith. And just like we say every week, just when we think that they couldn't get any worse, they say, "Hold my communion juice." Like
communion grape juice. That's right. They surprise us in the worst possible ways.
Exactly. So we have a lot of religious trauma and deconstruction, and this podcast started out 4 years ago.
Oh my God!
Actually, 5 years ago, because it's 26.
Yeah. Wow. And we started in March, I think. So
March of 20.
We have been doing this a long time.
5 years ago. So we started out this podcast discussing religious trauma and deconstruction, and it just, as we evolved and grew and learned, so did this show. So we expanded it beyond religious trauma into real trauma and real life mental health issues that we go through every day, and that we deal with. So
here we are.
All right, I won't, because I sprung this topic on you, I will explain the topic, because I'm a kind human being, unless you want to.
No, go right ahead.
He's like, no, we're good.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, so today So Jay, as the title is everyone has a tails and yours is obvious. So okay, everyone has like they meet these people. And whether it's somebody new you just met or somebody that you've known a long, long time, like everyone has their tell about how they're
Mhm,
feeling, what kind of
mhm,
person they are. And I know that that sounds a little judgmental, but for those of us who are one ADHD and neurodivergent, neurospicy, and two have the wonderful trauma trait of hypervigilance and pattern recognition, it's
mhm.
not necessarily judgmental. It's 9 times out of
It's just
10
observation. Sometimes it's just
it
observation.
is just observation. And so, like, for example,
Oh, great.
I
Okay.
can
Mhm.
always tell we have all and we joked about it, we can always tell when Sean is uncomfortable
What?
because
No.
he does the comfort mug. And it's not that he's just drinking from his mug. He'll clasp it with both hands and he'll
Mhm,
like
mhm.
cover his face.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm totally fine right now.
Or before he got his
Mhm.
chair fixed, it was the squeaky
The
chair.
squeakies,
It was the
yes.
squeaky chair for
Y'all
Jay.
hate it. Oh my god, J-Mac killed me for that one.
He's like, dude, I'm gonna drive to North Carolina and get you motherfucking WD-40.
Oh man. Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, and it's one of those like you can almost spot what type of person they are. Like here's one of mine that is
Mhm,
like I'm very hyper aware of.
mhm,
When I'm with somebody that I am, usually in a professional setting, not so much in my personal life anymore,
mhm.
but in a professional setting, when I am trying to be engaging and bright and bubbly, I have this fake open mouth laugh. That is just I don't even think I can produce it right now because I'm not in that headspace. It only
Yeah.
comes
It's
out
the
when I'm
professional
nervous.
persona.
Yeah, when
Uh-huh.
I'm nervous and I'm, like, trying to wanna be impressive to this person, and I just, like I can hear myself doing it, and then the voice in the back of my head is going,
Mhm,
"What the fuck are you do stop it." It's
mhm,
like the best friend sitting in the corner of the room going, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know, and I can't stop."
mhm. Um, you also, because you pointed out one of mine, I'll point out one of yours.
Oh, okay.
You also have an autopilot smile.
Yeah, it's my mask smile.
It's because and I can see the switch flip sometimes. When we're yes, exactly. It is the you're nodding as you are on autopilot to stay
And it's not even
engaged.
really teeth either, it's just like
Yeah, it's that. It's right there. Uh-huh. And I've seen the flip switch. As soon as your brain, and it doesn't mean that you're necessarily like disinterested. It can be, but sometimes it's like something has caught your attention, and your brain has shifted focus, and but you need to stay in autopilot. You know you need to stay like engaged, and
I know
so
it I think it also like, that one is my also that's my I can't let my subtitles
yes,
that
I've
is my
mhm.
my subtitle mute face, like,
Someone has said something that you strongly disagree with,
or have an opinion about,
or
and I'm
have it,
like,
and you're mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah.
and I I try that's that one because
Mhm.
it's one of those, and it always is preceded by the like I just did the big eye opening.
Yeah, yes, it's the I yeah. That's when you know you done screwed up. Is when she goes from being like an attentive to being like it pulls back, the whole thing pulls back a little bit, the eyes go a little bit wide.
No
And
teeth and no teeth.
if you're not doing so well at the subtitles, you start sucking your teeth. You run your tongue across the top of your teeth and then you start sucking. I'm like, oh, here it comes. That's the
Oh,
I'm
shit, I
waiting
didn't
and
even realize it did that.
that is the you keep digging. That is the go ahead, keep digging,
Sean,
and
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
you're the only
let
one
you
that
up.
gets that one.
I do. I know this one because I get it.
I mean, and we all do it. We all and
Mhm.
everyone has them. Everyone has them, but it's one of those, like, You can, but it's not even just the facial tells, like,
Mhm.
oh, drinking your coffee, but there are just some things that I do that other people do that you can tell. You can tell by the things they say, by how they
Mhm.
carry themselves, by their behaviors, by like phrases. You can tell almost. Okay, I can't say you. I personally, because hypervigilant black sheep,
Mhm.
child who is, who's responsible for the emotional well being of everybody in the family. You can tell like what kind of person they are, what they think of themselves, and where they are, if at all they've done any healing or therapy work. And we've also ignored those motherfucking signs. A
Yeah, mhm.
hard
Oh, we
motherfucking
we all
core.
have. Yeah. Mhm.
Hardcore.
Like, it's a red flag. You know what? It's fine.
I had to keep
It's
telling my friend, I was like, red flags are not kinks.
no,
Red flags are not kinks, but I think I can fix them. No, you can't.
no.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
mm-mm. That is not gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out.
Ooh, okay. Uh, Okay. I'm not gonna name names, but they will
Mhm.
know who they are watching this
Mhm.
stream. They will know who they are. But they have a tell
Mhm.
that I'm always like is when okay, and they and I love and just know the person that I'm talking about, they know that I'm gonna who they are and know that I love you, but this is one of your tells. And
Mhm.
he knows this is one of his tells.
Mhm.
But he will open and shut his mouth when he is like deep in thought and he knows he has to have a reply. But he's trying to make sure that he is thinking like his brain is going a million miles a
Mhm.
minute and he's trying to think about how and what he should reply with. So it's always he'll open his mouth to say something and then he'll shut it, and then he'll open it and shut it. And now
Yeah.
he doesn't do it anymore because he's gotten really good at
Mhm.
just saying how he feels, being very upfront. Like, but back before he started doing a lot of his work,
Mhm.
there was one time I sat there and I counted. I counted.
Was that like a goldfish?
Yes. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a reply. And 5 minutes later,
Mhm.
I'm
For
like, dude, reply. Like, just give me something. Give me a hold on. Give me give me a cough. No.
Hey, Calvin is calling me out. Texting bubbles. For me, it's the backspace. Delete, 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 delete. Just say something.
Yeah, but I mean,
Mhm.
like, he's gotten really much, like, I don't even like, he doesn't like,
Mhm.
I don't think I've seen it in months. So he's gotten much better about being upfront, not really caring about being perfect or the perfect reply. He's gotten really a lot better about um just being like, well, you're going to take how not curate, not trying to navigate how I'm going to respond.
Mhm.
So, I mean, there's that. It's the texting bubbles.
It is the texting bubble. Yeah.
That
Mhm.
Sean's texting bubbles.
My
Jesus
texting
Christ.
bubbles. They're
It's like a
just
bubble
never
bath.
ending.
They
It is. It's
are.
just bubble. I process. It's the processing. It's the processing. Plus, I'm still dealing with the perfection because I haven't got through that yet. It's still like
What?
the right reply, but sometimes it's just I processing and I type and I'm like, no, that's no okay. And then I'm like, I just need to start doing that somewhere else and not in the app.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you have an Android. Do you have a notes app? Do you have a notes app?
Yeah, I do. I do. That's what I need to. I need to do that
Just need
processing
to do
typing
it in the
notes app
notes app
and
and
then
then do
copy
it.
paste.
Okay, what is a tell of somebody like you meet somebody? What is a tell that you know that is a red flag for you? When a person does this behavior, because there are universal things. There are universal
Yeah.
behaviors or ticks that I mean, and everybody has their own personal way of doing it, but there's like tells. There's like
Um. So there's one. I mean, I don't know how much this is a tell or just the way that they do it, but this one is a little difficult to differentiate, and that is uh the one upping in conversation.
oh,
But you have to be that. I used to think that that was like a guaranteed thing, but I've come to realize it's not necessarily. because I tend to do it not in a terms of not in trying to one up, but in trying to like um create it can be done. A lot of ADD people will do it because it's more of like, oh, you experienced that, I experienced that. Like it's
Mhm.
kind of that shared, and
The shared
so the shared
experience,
experience
trying to connect.
create a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's not a they the moment they do it, I'm like, oh, they're trying to one up because sometimes it's shared. But I think sometimes it also depends on what the story, what it is that they're trying to say, they're coming back with, and how often they do it. But yeah, the one up, that one up, when they always have a one up, I'm like, really?
Or
Like,
they don't let like, they don't
let you finish the story?
yes!
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like,
You're in
I
the middle.
have talked to a
Mhm.
couple sorry, like, not like, I mean, but that's
Yeah.
an ADD thing too, but there's a difference. There is a difference
Yes.
between somebody who is like just now, like, I
Hmm.
interrupted him, and,
Yeah.
like, Sean and I are both ADD people, so we often interrupt each other. That's just
Yes.
so we try to be very conscious about that, but we can't help that. It depends on if our meds kick in or not. But,
Hmm.
at the same time, it's the one where, like, you start talking, but then they continue talking about whatever you're saying, and then you just sort of like, "Were you
I'm
even
sorry. Mhm.
listening?" Like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Hmm. Um, it's the I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be talking when you interrupted, or like, and I did that to you. I've done that to you a lot. I used to do that to you a lot. I would interrupt. I interrupted you. We did it. It did happen on the podcast a lot. I wouldn't let you finish a thought. And as soon as my brain engaged, and just because that's, but just because it's a thing common for ADD people doesn't mean it's no longer a red flag. It it may explain why I do it, but that doesn't mean I'm not responsible for dealing with
Right.
my what I do. So just because I'm prone to interrupt means I need to pay special attention to not. And I yeah,
Go ahead.
and so yeah, that's the other ADD thing is we're in the middle of talking and one of us goes like the thought occurred to us, so and then there's the clamp. There's the aha, I want to say something. I'm gonna clamp down because I know I'm gonna be interrupting you, and I'm sorry.
Yes. We
Go ahead.
again, we do it all the
Yeah,
fucking
and
time.
the apology is the head down. Like, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, oh my god, you're right. Jesus. Ah.
It's because we've learned we just because we have the thought doesn't mean that we need to say it right away.
Yes.
But we do want to say it.
Yes.
But then the difficulty for me is I need to return to listening instead of just waiting for you to finish your thoughts so that I can say my thing.
That.
That's that can be tough,
Yeah.
especially with ADD when the brain is working the way it is. But it's my responsibility to continue listening instead of just going, okay, are you done talking yet? Can I say my thing now?
But I think the type of person that annoys me that I hate, okay, not hate, that it makes it very difficult for me to want to continue on a conversation is
Hmm.
when they can interrupt or whatever, but it's almost like they weren't even listening. Like they just like they sit, let you talk, and then they can almost like they're having a conversation with themselves. And I'm just like,
Hmm. Hmm.
you gonna engage with what I say? No, no, no. You're just gonna continue talking about things that make you comfortable and topics that you're comfortable about because what? And then it's just one of those. Oh, I see. I see.
If you were to remove the stuff that you said and just string together the things that they said, it would be just one continuous story because they weren't actually engaging in anything that we were saying.
And
Yeah.
then those are the same people who get like when you get really quiet and stop responding because you're like, they're like, well, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your solo
Right.
monologue. I was just here. Apparently, I was here for the ride. Like,
Have you gotten this from the same situation where they have been pretty much having their own conversation? Um, have you ever gotten the well, this was fun, and you're going, no, no, this wasn't.
you're like,
This was you talking the entire time, which is why you thought it was fun.
and that's when you get the yeah.
Mm, Yeah, this was we should totally do this again. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but it's just one of those we all have, like,
Mm.
these tells and what is something that you did before your healing and work, before all of this, that you don't do now, that you can instantly spot in other people?
Um, then the need to fill every second, the inability to let something breathe. Um, like I always felt the need to talk to constantly try to talk and to constantly try to like entertain and just it was my responsibility to and I've learned that sometimes there doesn't have to be talking every single moment. There doesn't have to be. I don't have to. I not. It's not my responsibility to entertain, and that sometimes it's a good idea to let the thing breathe and just let there be a moment of silence is not necessarily a bad thing. Because I've noticed I've started there are people that I know that will fill every second. I'm like, ooh, that's a lot. Like, how do you have so much to say?
They
Okay, all right.
don't. They don't.
Mhm.
They pulling out of thin air like a fucking magician because that's what we did. I mean, Jesus.
That is absolutely what we did.
Oh, here's one. It is the constant complimenter.
Ooh,
Oh my
okay.
gosh, you're so smart. Like I would have never thought of that. Oh, like you know what? Like I
Mhm.
and in the same breath the self-deprecating. So the super complimenter paired with the
Oh
self-deprecation,
god, yes,
which is
self-deprecation.
which is
Yes.
very pick me. It is very much, like and yes, I'm not saying that complimenting somebody is bad. I am not saying all of that, but it's when it's not necessarily just the complimenting. It is the self-deprecation, oh,
Mhm.
like paired with the
In the same
complimenting.
person?
In the
In the same
same
person? Okay.
person, breath, like you were over here going, I just I am not mechanically inclined, and I just find that so fascinating, and, like, I like
It feels like they're trying so hard.
because
Yeah,
they are, because I used to
yeah,
do it. They are
yeah.
trying so hard to be liked by whoever they're with because the other person has to, and I'm saying this because I used to do it,
Mhm.
because the other person has to like them. Because if the other person doesn't like them or doesn't think that they're charming or engaging or wonderful, and they don't walk away with this beautiful, wonderful experience with you, then you are doing something wrong and you are a bad person. Then your
Mhm.
validation of your self confidence and self worth takes a fucking hit.
Yes.
Everyone
Oh,
has to
yes.
like you.
Yes.
Post
Oh
healing
god.
post healing, I'm like, "That's cool. I don't know anything about it, but I mean, that's cool." I mean, that's not
Mhm.
self-deprecating. It's admitting I
It's
don't know
admitting
any
where I don't yeah.
right. It's not saying I'm just not that person and I blah 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 and I'm just not a no, I'm pretty sure I could be that person if I like, spend time like but I'm not so
Not that.
inclined to
Yeah.
learn about that and that's really cool that you are. So that's,
Mhm.
there's a difference.
It's more like identifying the areas in which we know or don't know something
Yeah.
without because we can do that without being self-deprecating.
Yes.
Like, just because I don't know that doesn't make me an idiot. Just because I don't
Yes.
know that doesn't make me less of a person. But there are people that treat it that way. And it's the fishing and the self-deprecation to me is the fishing. It's I'm gonna
Yes.
self-deprecate so that you like
You have to compliment
you're so
me.
pretty and I'm like I'm so homely and you're fishing for that person to go, oh no, you look good, you're attractive, whatever. You need I need the compliment. I've been the self-deprecator. I
Oh, yeah.
absolutely am the self-deprecator.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. We both have.
yeah. Yeah. And because I want that validation, I want that compliment, I want that because I don't feel good enough about myself to be okay with who I am or what I look like or whatever. And so I need that from the other person. And if I don't get that, oh, it hurts. It was like, oh, they must not like me because they didn't. compliment me or they didn't.
Or like you start going over all your flaws in your head.
Oh yeah. Or I will overanalyze every reaction. I will overanalyze um every subtitle, every look, every the way they respond to everything I say. Like my brain is just tuned in,
Yep.
and it's not even necessarily. See, for me, I'm not that great at registering people's subtitles necessarily, but my brain thinks it is, and so I will react. Like my brain will go, "Oh, I saw this, and this is what it means," but
Yep.
I'm not really good at it, so it ends up being it can be very wrong very much a good bit of the time. But
Mhm.
I'm convinced I'm right, and so if I'm not careful, I will start to react to that what I think they're doing,
Right.
and that what the way I think they feel about whatever. I'm like, no, but I'm not always right. I'm often not right, so. I have to be aware that I'm doing that.
Oh, here's one. Oh, Sean, you and I both did that. Okay.
Mhm,
Maybe you not you, because you have a tendency to downplay a lot of shit.
mhm.
But it's when you're talking to a person and they literally have to give you their resume or sell you on their worth.
Oh.
I did it
Oh,
all the time.
wow.
Did it all the fucking time, and I can tell when other people do it.
It
When
really does
you
feel like a
gotta
job
say it,
interview.
yes, well, when you gotta
Yeah.
say it, it's
Mhm.
probably not true. Or
Yeah.
if it is true, it's not as true as you're trying to make it out to be.
Mm. Yeah.
Like I used to brag all the time, "I am such a chameleon, like, I can fit in anywhere, anyone, everybody
Mhm.
loves me, I just" I everyone loves me. Everyone,
Mhm.
like, I can go in and I haven't blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize was at the time, that's a fucking trauma response.
Yes. Mhm.
Being a chameleon like that is a trauma response because I was insecure, because I needed people to like me. I needed people to find me worthy to be around because I was not okay with just being by myself. I
Mhm.
was not okay with everything else. And I was trying to also cover up my shortcomings. And I was trying to do all these things. And it was one of those, if you gotta say it, if you gotta list, if you gotta tell me you gotta tell me all of these things, if I've gotta
Mhm.
tell you all these things, if I've gotta sell myself to you,
Yeah.
you ain't worth it. You ain't worth it, buddy. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
whoever you are, girl, guy, I don't give a shit. You're not worth it.
Mhm.
If I've gotta sell you on why you want to hang out with me, or you want to be in the same area as me, or you want to be in my stratosphere or whatever, if I've gotta
Mhm.
sell you on that shit,
Yeah. That is nope. That's a very good point. I think we spent I say I did the same thing. I think we spend a good bit of our younger lives feeling that, thinking that that's what we're supposed to do. That we're supposed to. Here's why you should come hang out. Hey, come into my like. No, no. Now it's more like, why should I let you into my? It's kind of like flipping it. Is what makes you being a part of my life? What makes it better than me just being on my own?
I think it really unnerves some people in that. Oh, that's the other thing.
Mhm.
Is now that I'm in that space where I'm like, I'll tell you about like I very like I now I very rarely like brag about things or talk about my accomplishments because those are things that I do.
Mhm.
Those aren't things that who I am and
That's a
who
good
like
point.
what like and if you want to hang out with me, it shouldn't matter what I do.
Mhm.
I could lose my job tomorrow and like go and be a garbage man and I'm still going
Mhm.
to be the same person. Like,
Mhm.
that's where but it's like what those people who sit there and, like, list all of these accomplishments, like, that's adding to their value, and I'm going, "Okay, okay, okay, okay," and before, I was like, "Oh, look how impressive that is. That's so
Mhm.
impressive." Now I look at that and going, "Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Who are you?"
Yeah. I'm guilty of skipping over that conversation and talking about what I do versus what I am or who I am. I think it's easier, especially I think especially as men. I think it's very easy to do that because that I think I learned from an early age that what I do is what I am. What I do is who I am.
Oh, and that's so unhealthy.
It is. It absolutely. But it's also but the first couple questions when you meet someone, what are the stereotypical first couple questions? It's what do you do? What's your job?
Yeah, what do you do? Like, how did you get into that? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And so like I've been thinking one thing that I've been trying to do is when I meet new people is not ask that question.
Yeah.
I directly do not want to ask that question because I want to know more about something that interests them than about the job that they do.
I will 100 agree with pepperoni. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people, I hate to say it, but like, especially in this day and age, people judge you on like what you do as a profession when it
Very much
shouldn't
so.
fucking matter.
Mm.
Are you paying your
Yeah.
bills? And
Hmm.
why do you like that profession?
That I'd be more interested in that. Less about what the profession is and why do you like it or why are you in it?
Well, so how what got you into that?
Yes,
Like, it's
exactly.
like, okay, so maybe I'll ask what you do, but I'm like, so what got you into that?
Yeah.
What
Hmm.
what why did you choose that versus something else? Or like, because that says like that's something that gives about more of a person about why they are in the
Hmm.
profession that they're in. And then some people like say for it, like they're in construction. I don't
Hmm.
know. It's a job. It pays my bills. Okay, that's cool too.
Sometimes that's what it is.
And that's fine too. But
Hmm.
it's oh yeah.
Yeah. I like Jay's bring back asking about the favorite dinosaur.
I've
That's a
actually asked that. I have
yeah.
asked that for a couple of people. What's your favorite dinosaur?
That's a good question. That
It
is
is a good
absolutely.
question.
Um,
It's Triceratops, by the way.
Triceratops is a fantastic
It's
dinosaur, though.
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
I agree with that. Yeah. Um,
You can blame
I
Land Before Time for that
yes, Atlanta.
one.
And if people get that, they're probably in your age range.
No, listen, I'm good looking enough that there's somebody's 20 something year
They
old
don't.
son and somebody's like,
Mhm.
50 something year old granddad are all hitting me
In
up.
your age
It ain't
range.
like
That's
they're not like, I don't know.
that's fair.
Apparently, side tangent. Apparently that's a thing. Apparently that is a thing. Is like 20 something year old guys are
Mhm.
looking for the MILFs, looking for the
Mhm.
older women. And I'm like, because they looking for their mama, not interested, thank
That is
you.
what yeah, that's what's happening. They're looking for the mom. Mhm.
Motherfucking tree star.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I've got another one that I'm guilty of. Well,
Oh shit.
I I'm this is one I'm very much I'm working on a lot. The one who doesn't have an opinion, right? The one is like, oh, it's fine, not whatever. I'm flexible. It's the
I'm gonna keep my subtitles to myself. Keep
the
going,
one
keep going.
what do you like to eat? What do you like to do? What's this? I mean, or and on top of the one that doesn't have their not necessarily even an opinion, but doesn't have their own opinion. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I don't know. What do you think about here? Let me find out what you think first, and then I'll tell you how I feel about it. Yeah,
Ah, tell me you're a people pleaser without telling me you're a people pleaser.
I
Like I can like spot those people a fucking
yeah.
mile fucking away. Cause I mean, obviously you and I, Sean, have talked about this at nauseum about this on
Hmm.
this show, is that like we are recovering people pleasers. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, thanks,
Hey, hey,
Paragon. The
Paragon.
shadows are really comfy today. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Mm,
We're glad you're here.
okay, yeah, I love you. Nah, wet paper bag personality. Yes,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
it's it's like the people pleasers. It's the ones like those are the ones that are like, I don't know, like it's like for me, it's like, no, I asked you a question. Well, I
Mhm.
mean, like I don't like, am I gonna choose like, okay, let's take the for example, going to eat.
Mhm.
Okay. What do you want to eat? Where do you like to go? Like what are you comfortable with? Like I, I don't know, whatever you want to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of those people that I literally don't care. I'm
Mhm.
half Filipino. I've eaten things with heads and eyeballs that have looked at me, and I swore we're still moving. So,
Yeah.
like, that is so for me, I'm like, I don't care, and if I haven't had it, I'll say, "I haven't had it before, but, I'm sure I'm willing to try it."
You're getting blown up. Kids is the hatchlings.
Yeah, the hatchlings are the only ones when I go do not disturbs that go through on a ding.
Okay, got it.
So if you guys hear a ding, that's my and
We
then
did.
all of a sudden
It's
she's
the
like,
kids.
Mama, oh wait,
Mom,
you're on
mom.
stream. Never mind. I'm like,
Mom,
okay.
mom.
Mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one
The
of
f
those.
the food yeah, the food one is kind of like the test to see where it lands, which and it's understandable. Sometimes, you're right, people just do not have a significant preference, or
Right.
they like so much that they don't. But then it's like, okay, so what happens when you start naming places? Or what happens when you have other questions? If it becomes a pattern of that's where it's a problem. You're like, okay, this is not just this is people pleasing. You don't have an opinion. You want to know, and I'm saying that because I'm guilty of it.
Another thing's religion and politics. Those are two very heavy topics, and as
Ooh,
our generation,
uh huh,
and especially because Sean and I both grew up in the the old South. Okay,
yeah.
there's South, and then there's old South.
Hmm.
And it's one of those like in polite company, you don't talk about religion or politics because that's just rude.
Hmm.
Because again, you're raised to mask up and pretend you're somebody else and all of this
Hmm.
shit. But like the thing is, especially if like those is that something you judge other people on? No. But is it important like if you support gay rights but they're anti-gay rights, like those are huge discrepancies in morals and values that you need to have an opinion about. Or religion, like, that's a whole those are things that you actually need to have opinions about, but it's like, "Well, I don't really have an opinion about it." And then
It
6
doesn't really affect me.
right. Oh,
If it doesn't if like religion and politics don't really affect you, that's a red flag to me because that means you're ignoring or you're on the side you're on the side of what's happening, and so there's no negative effect to you, which means you're okay with it. You're okay with the stuff that's happening. I'm like, that's a problem.
first off, Paragon is now one of my new favorite people, and I'm gonna have to fucking use that from now on. He
Mm.
goes, "That's like this friend I got. We hang out once a week, and when the dinner discussion goes out and he goes, 'I'm down for anything.' Okay, now you're driving and picking where we're going. Keep it up, and you're paying as well." I'm like,
That's fantastic. I love
"You know
that.
what? That that."
Hmm. Yeah. Or see, I'm down for anything. Then you start naming places and you realize they're not down for anything because they start vetoing stuff. I'm like, that pisses me off. Like if you truly don't have an opinion, fine. Then we'll go where I want. But if you have an opinion, even if it's I don't want this because I had it yesterday, tell me that.
And that's what I say. I'm like, "I'm good with anything, but, I just had Mexican yesterday, or I
Yeah.
just had, Chinese food a couple days ago. So can we choose something that's not that?" I mean,
This is
if that's
I don't
what you're
want
really craving, I mean, cool,
yeah.
I'll have it again, but I would prefer not to.
Yeah.
But having an opinion in general, like those people just again, like I can spot you from a mile away. I'm going, and it's not even that they don't have a personality. I'm like, "Okay, who traumatized you and why do you feel the need to
That
who traumatized you into feeling
someone
like you're not allowed to speak up about yourself?"
Yes, exactly. Someone told them they were either not allowed to have an opinion or they weren't allowed to have an opinion about certain things. Like
Yeah.
if I like a certain topic, I'm passionate about it, but the person I'm with makes fun of me every single time we talk about it, every single time it comes up. I learn. Sorry, I should have warned you. I learn not to talk about the thing, and that's what I mean. So a lot of times that can be just the trauma speaking. Because oh yeah, it's not a big deal. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
No, that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do this, but I had it happen to me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell when you really don't care about the other person when you mock them. And there is
God,
a difference between
yes.
like friends, like we mock Sean and they mock
What?
me all the
No.
time.
We
Like
mock. It's what we do. It's friendly banter, and it's
there's a
all the way
difference
around.
between friendly joking because then like
Mhm.
when something important does come up,
Yeah.
like, cool, like that you're actually happy for them and engaged with them and so
Yeah.
but there is that when the other person is just constantly does that passive aggressive like, oh, when like I used to be like, I did not cosplay for a very long time
Mhm.
because it was always like, oh, those nerds, like nerdy things. And I'm like, I don't want to be like in such a disparaging, discouraging way. And it was one of those, okay, but uh,
Mhm.
I don't have to be into everything that my friends are into. That isn't why I'm friends with them. I don't have to like or be into everything that my significant other's into. That's
Mhm.
fine too because that's autonomy. That's making me a
Mhm.
person. But the difference being is that if I'm into Legos and they're not into Legos or I'm into gaming and they're not really into gaming like I'm into gaming. Okay. Like, they can make a couple, funny, nerdy, "Hey, isn't that what you guys do?" I was like, "Yeah." But it's one of those you still need to be engaged and
Mhm.
still celebrate that that's something that a person in your life likes.
Yes.
You have to act interested. You do not have to be
Yes.
into it. You just have to
Yes.
be interested. And can you
That's the big
get to
difference.
that point where you make fun of it? Sure, when you mock it and going, "Hey, yeah, Legos,"
Mhm.
or whatever, or gaming. It's like, "Oh, look, is that like XP?" And like, yeah, 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 gaming shit. I don't like no, like whatever. Like, oh, I said this to Jay yesterday.
Mhm.
I was like, I called up to him because I needed his opinion on something before I purchased, like, I think it was an outlet like splitter or something. And I was
Mhm.
like, Jay, I need your electrician blue collar bullshit opinion before I make this purchase. And it's
Mhm.
not that I'm not interested in learning that stuff or that I don't that I disrespect that because God knows. God
Mhm.
knows. I am not any of those, and I respect that the fuck out of the
Yeah.
people who have that mentality because I just don't. Could I learn? Yes. Will I probably electrocute myself if I did? Also, yes. Would I probably have attempted to do it by myself? Also, yes. But that's beside the
YouTube.
point.
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's yeah, there you it's am I putting down the person? Am I devaluing the person
That.
because they like it? And sometimes that's not there's no firm hard stance. There's no it's not black and white. A lot of it depends on the person and how you come across. You may not mean to do it, but they may very well receive it that's you it's that you're devaluing it. A lot
Yeah.
is the way in which you come across like that. And so you have to be it, it's one thing to to give your opinion. It's another thing to say I'm not interested in that. It's a whole different thing to devalue the person or devalue the thing itself,
Yes.
and the other person liking it, and that's where the problem is in. And I've tried it because I'm very much guilty of mocking and putting down and stuff in my life, and I've had to learn the nuances of that's not my thing. That's cool that you like it. I I like when people are excited about something. That's what
Mhm.
I've learned to do.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
learned to get excited about them getting excited. That's
Yes.
so cool that you're into that. I'm excited because you're passionate about something. I love watching people's passion. And so that's not something, and I may explain what this is. I'm not interested in anime, and here's why I'm not interested in anime. That doesn't mean anime is bad. It doesn't mean it's stupid. It doesn't mean that people like it. There's anything wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea, and that's okay. But hey, if you like it, awesome. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me why. Tell me what's your favorite one. Go buy a whole bunch of it, Kavina. Because
Oh, the other one is when they loop everything in and don't care to learn about the nuance about you, which just goes to show
Oh,
that
yeah.
they're only interested or they're only learning so that they can just sort of know what they're not really getting to know the things that you're into, or they're really, and if they don't care, that's fine. But it's like,
Mhm.
hmm, so we're into D&D. We like RPGs. But
Mhm.
then like they're like, and some people are into Magic the Gathering. So many people are like, "So you're into that magic, like whatever, like
Yeah.
nerdy table." I was like, "No, those are two totally different games."
Yes.
Okay, aren't they the same thing? No, they're not. And that's because they're different mindsets, it's different, like,
Yeah.
again, D&D is, collaborative storytelling, whereas in Magic the Gathering is all about cards, and
Yeah.
again, I don't know anything about it, that's fine, and I have a lot of friends, Jay included, who's got, like, hundreds of thousands of cards, and he
Mhm.
talks all of about them, and I'm just like, "Great.
Mhm.
That one's more valuable than that one. Cool. I don't know, but
This one pays rent and this one doesn't.
like, I was like, okay, but
Yeah.
it doesn't like they're not all the same.
Yeah. But I like what you said, the quite okay, so you don't understand Magic, you don't understand D&D or RPG. Okay, that's a starting point.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Let's ask about it. What do you want to know? If you don't understand it, do you care enough about me in the conversation to ask questions
Right.
and to learn about it?
Right.
That's a good
Ugh.
point.
Oh, here's one along the same lines that I used to do, which okay, when I after a long time, like when I thought I had BPD and I was actually, but what it wasn't that, it was CPTSD in the uh um trauma coping. It was a coping mechanism, a protection
Mhm.
mechanism. It wasn't a BPD, it was a coping mechanism. It is it is pretending to be really into something so the other
Oh,
person again likes me. And it
yeah.
goes back to that people pleasing. It goes back into
Yes.
making sure that person doesn't abandon you, the other person, because I
Yes.
really like this person. So I need to pretend, or I need to absorb everything I can about this one subject that they're really into so that we have something in
Mhm.
common to talk about, and they think that I'm this type of person so that they still like me and never abandon me and all this stuff. And what I really realized I was doing was I
Mhm.
was just abandoning myself so that the other person doesn't abandon me. And I
Yes.
can always spot those people. I'm like, "Are you are you really into that?" Like, and you can always tell, like, always is a word, we hate using that word. You
Mhm.
can usually tell when a person only knows enough to get in your good graces, because it's like how they say things. Like when you start talking and they pretend like, "Oh, what about this? Do you know this? Do you
Mhm.
know that? Do you know this?" Or like, "Oh, you're really into that? Okay, cool. Why don't you like what's your favorite we're taking D&D for example. What's your favorite class? What's your favorite race? What is it? What's been your favorite campaign for so far?" Like that type of thing. And they just sort of skirt it in a very
Mhm.
generic way to just,
They know a few words and won't admit that they don't actually know.
right.
Yeah.
Then you're just lying to me.
Yeah.
You're showing me a person that you think I want to see when you're not showing me who you really are. When 6 months down the road, I'm invested in this friendship, this relationship, or whatever. And all of a sudden I find out that you don't really give a shit.
Oh, yeah. Why are we going through all that? Why are we trying why can't we just go this I know this and I don't know that. Um the oh god, I just had it in my head and I lost it. Um dang it. It'll come back to me. I know it will. um oh yeah, I think it's good. Again, there's nuance to this. I want to expand my horizons. I want to. Is this something? Oh, you're interested in this? I've never done this before. Maybe I will be interested in. Maybe I'll like it. and maybe testing the waters, because maybe I will, maybe I won't. There's difference between that and I have to dive. I think it's the speed at which the person goes about it.
Mhm.
One is, okay, I'm gonna dip my toe in it, see if I like it away from you. I'm gonna figure out if I like it on my own versus I'm gonna take a deep dive into this, because if I don't like this, if I don't understand it, then you won't like me. You're gonna reject me. And that's my people pleaser. I've done that where I'm like, oh, I have to learn everything I can about this thing because of survival technique. What are you looking at me like that for?
Fallout.
I do like Fallout.
You didn't get into Fallout because you liked Fallout.
That's great. And not initially, no. But yes, that's okay. I'm getting called out here. It's fine. Cool.
Dear, I told you, I thought I had BPD. That was a personality trait for me. Like, I was like,
Mhm.
oh, prime example. I did the same fucking thing.
Mhm.
Very first guy I French kissed was
Mhm.
super into Guns N' Roses and like that
Well, who
heavy.
wasn't into Guns N' Roses?
When I was a freshman in high school.
Oh, that was a little early. Yeah, it's a little early for you.
Yeah, no. So I went and learned like he was one of the
Sweet
Guns N'
Child of
Roses,
Mine.
and he was in that
Paradise
like that
City.
80s rock, like that,
Ah, 80s
like
rock,
the
yeah.
80s heavy metal type rock, and
Mhm.
so yeah, I learned all the words to Welcome to the Jungle because that was his favorite song. So I learned all the words and listened to it on repeat.
Mhm.
And then there was
Mhm.
another boyfriend that I liked but another boyfriend that I had who was like a Metallica fanatic. So I went and got like 2 or 3 CDs and just hardcore listened to them.
Mhm.
Bitch. And then country. I fucking hate country. Like, I hate country. I mean, if you love country, that's great. That's on you. But like,
Yeah.
I really didn't like it. But like,
Yeah, that's the other thing. When you already have an
except
opinion
90s
about
country,
something,
90s country is the shit, and I
that
will
90s
stand fucking
country is the
stand
bomb.
fucking by that.
The Garth Brooks, Clay
That
Walker,
90s era
Vince.
country.
Yeah, 90s country is something else.
That
Yeah,
hits different.
it does. It does. Brooks and Dunn. All right. I definitely dug some 90s country. Anyway, yeah, it's when you, especially when you know you don't like something and you kind of force yourself to try to like it.
Yes.
So as again, it's a survival technique. It's a attachment. If I like this, then they'll like me, or we'll have something to talk about, or as opposed to just being who you are. And if it works, it does, and if they don't, it doesn't.
I think what I've learned through all of my healing and all of that is that it also robs the other person of the opportunity to share, to be vulnerable with you and to share themselves with you. For me, if I just go, I've never heard of them before. And then that
Mhm.
gives them like, I have actually seen people who like they've asked me, well, have you heard of this music group? And I'm like, no. They're like, really? I'm like, no, never.
Mhm.
I'm a music person. I have a lot of it, but no, I've never heard of them before. I wouldn't admit that. I'm like, I don't know, maybe like I used to pretend like, maybe I'd
Yes.
heard a couple songs before, but maybe why don't you just show me? But now it's just one of those, I had never heard of them before. And how excited they get to share that with you.
Mhm.
And it's not even the
Good point.
pressure for them for you to like it. I don't feel that anymore either because I felt that a long time before my healing.
Mhm.
Is I would have to gush over, "Oh my god, that's really good. That's always blah, 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 blah. I can see why you like it." And now it's more of just them sharing with me and going and really just being honest with myself and like, "Do I like it? Do I not like it?" And not feeling I needed to fake my way into it. You can always tell when somebody's faking that they like it. Always. I
Yeah.
can anyway. Because it's in their yeah, trauma. It's in their micro expressions.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you there.
There's a difference between, oh my God, this is like super great versus, oh, this is so good.
Yes. Yeah.
Huge difference.
There's one where it's the entire body, the entire face is into it, and there's a whole whether it's just kind of the mask. Yeah. So at this point, I try. I don't always do it, but I try to be more. This is what I like, and this is what I don't like, and that's okay. This is what I'm into. Or oh, I haven't heard that before. This is different. I still do the faking it. I still do the I've heard about that. Yeah, I know about that. I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to be conscious of that and go, no, I'm not familiar with it. No, I don't know anything about it. Because not knowing anything about it is not a bad thing.
Right.
And like you said, it gives the person the opportunity to share it.
So, okay, there's universal tells. All right.
Okay.
That's what's a universal tell? And this was like the uncomfortable laugh. The one that shows up right after something lands too close, functioning as a release valve rather than actual amusement.
Yeah, that's definitely one.
I had like when people start saying something that is incredibly racist or homophobic, and you are just like stuck. This is why religion and politics is an important thing. So instead of saying, "Hey, I can appreciate your beliefs, but could you just be a little bit more mindful because that's not what I believe in." But instead, it's just one of those. How many times, Sean, have you sat there and just gone, yeah,
That is my tell is I don't necessarily do the uncomfortable laugh.
Talking, I got a potty.
Okay. I don't necessarily do the uncomfortable laugh. I do the close. I do the close down or shut in, where I may be like I may be open and having the conversation and a part of it, but when someone starts to bring in when someone makes the racist joke or they anti-LGBT, someone does something like that I strongly disagree with, because I'm not a debater. I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth with in a debate about those. I will make a lot of times I'll just shut down. Like I will just I'll go from being animated to just being that tight tight mouth, barely not even a smile, and just yeah, and just kind of nod. Okay, and just let them get out whatever it is they want to get out. I found that too many people, when you voice the opinion to the contrary, a lot of people take that as an opportunity for a debate because they want to jump in and prove why I'm wrong and they're right. I'm like, I'm not trying to sit here and have a debate about this topic. I just don't agree with whatever it is you're saying, and I'm not part of this conversation anymore. I'm like, so that's when I get uncomfortable like that. That's what I do. I will pull in and just okay, shrug my shoulders, nod, and wait for it to be over.
Wait for it to be over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is a little off script. All right. What is a tell of like this person, for example, is a pick me, both male or female, because male pick me's are just as prevalent as female pick me's. So, what are some signs? What are the telltale signs that you can instantly go, nope, I know exactly like what are the signs that when like that flashes as a red flag for you?
I know this one because I can see it in other people, but that was the opinion one, was when they want to be they want my opinion before they give their opinion, or their opinion changes as soon as they know my opinion, because I have done that, so it's easy for me to spot. Like, I just need to know. If your opinion changes as soon as I give you mine, that's a problem. That's like you're just wanting to. You just want to feel that's have that connection or have that I'm gonna like you better if I like the same things you do.
Beardful me. Everyone thinks I'm
Think so?
insert flattering attribute.
Oh yes, yeah. That is a good one. Okay. The actually here's one that's been disconcerting. It weirds me out a bit. The overly touchy. When it's when I'm talking about when it's someone like I don't really know. When it's someone that like almost everything they're like touching the arm or touching the shoulder or like someone that is overly touchy like that I don't have a relationship with already is disconcerting for me. I'm like, why are you touching me? Like it seems like out of place for me.
That one's a difficult one for me because I'm back and forth on that one because
Mhm.
one, I have used it both as a manipulation tactic
Maybe,
and
yeah.
as a manipulation tactic as well as a comforting tactic. Um, so yeah.
Well, I
Uh,
think in comforting, it would be contextual, right? There's
yes.
something that needs to be comforted. There's something that was said, "Hey, yeah, my dog passed away last week." That to me, that's an understandable. Yeah, you touch him, there's some comfort there. But like, if that context doesn't exist, if it's just that's just when it's out of place, that's what kind of weirds me out. Like, why are you touching me?
Here's a trait,
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, Sean, both you and I had used to do it
yeah.
all the time,
Hmm.
putting other people down. To make in
Oh,
See, I warned
oh.
ya, I warned ya.
You
Putting
did, you
other
did.
people down
Yes,
to
when
make
every mhm.
yourself look better in
Yes.
everybody else's eyes.
That is so true. Yeah.
And and
Every
and then also saying, I mean, I'm not a judgy person, but
yeah. I don't want yes, that is so when everyone else is the problem. I
mhm.
mean, as a golden child, everyone else has to be the problem. I can't be the problem. Yeah. Um, or also everything is negative. That
Yes.
overly negative. Everything sucks. Everything's terrible. The world is against me, which often combines with like self-deprecation. Can be, but like, yeah, the woe is me. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I hate this. I hate that. I don't like this. I don't. Can you tell me something you do like?
Or that is good.
Yeah, is there anything positive? Because I'm struggling to.
But then there's also they swing the other way where shitty things happen and they pretend like nothing's like, "Oh, tell me you're in avoidant with that isn't in touch with your emotions
Yes.
without telling me." Okay, all right, cool, 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 cool. I think it's when
Yeah.
it's like everybody has their own reactions to their feelings and emotions. Sean intellectualizes his
Mhm,
feelings. I feel my feelings. I emote my feelings.
mhm,
Um, neither is wrong. Um, neither is like to the extreme.
mhm.
Neither is healthy,
Yeah.
but yeah, everything's bad. Everything's bad. That other
Mhm.
person, like,
Especially talking about the ex. When there's a when the ex, oh, the ex was the worst. The ex, and all my exes are crazy. All of my exes are this. All of yeah. When it swings, the pendulum swings, and there appears to be no sort of self awareness or no accountability. Like, oh, my exes were crazy. Really, all of them, you say?
tell me you don't take accountability without telling
Yeah.
me you don't take
Hmm.
accountability. Like, I mean, yes, but it's one of those like, oh, oh, but mm,
Uh
is
oh. Uh oh. Go ahead. It's a safe place here.
it?
Yes, it
It's the
is.
motherfucking internet, Sean. This is not a safe space.
But it's our community. Our community loves you.
It's the internet.
That's also true.
Oh, God, I used to do this all the time. And again, it is one of those tell me you have abandonment issues. Tell me
Mhm.
you have abandonment issues. Again, I can spot you up a mile away because again, I behavior, behavior, behavior sees behavior.
You just one just popped into my head while you were saying this, and I'm
Yes,
like, "Okay,
behavior can
yeah,
match that, especially when when you're working on the post traumatic growth point.
yes."
Oh, the damsel in distress or
Oh,
the the helplessness, like the helpless stupidity.
yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to fix this problem. Like, if you genuinely don't know what to do, if you genuinely like, okay, okay. But there's a difference between I need you to fix it versus I need you to help me fix it. But it's that damsel in distress, everything
Mm,
everybody's out to get because you were talking about that, like, how everyone's out to get me, and I don't know what
yeah.
to do, and everything's wrong, and life is shitty, and you're not doing anything to improve. You are not doing anything, you are relying on other people to give you solution. If you were like, for me, it's one of those when I switched when I started, like, doing all of the trauma work, and I realized it's not their responsibility. Like, do I have
Mhm,
things where I'm like, "Okay, I broke something, I don't know how to like, a sink, like,
mhm,
exploded everywhere," or my refrigerator Sean, your refrigerator goes out, or,
mhm,
like, I don't know, like, the ceiling falls in. I do, like, all of these things, and it's just one of those, "Okay, I don't know what to do in that situation, so of course I'm gonna call somebody that can help me."
mhm.
But it's the whole, my life is bad. My life's in a like I'm in a bad place with my job. I'm in a bad place with my relationships. I'm in a bad place with my friendships. I'm in a bad place with my family. And it's one of those, I don't know what to do. Tell like help me, help me. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you sitting there going, like, genuinely sitting there, "Okay, I can get it," because again, I was this person where it's like, I'm so dysregulated, I have so many options that I don't know what to do, and I need help clarifying
Mhm.
versus, save me, Will Robinson, I don't know, save me, Zorro." I like,
Yeah, and as a recovering white knight, that is dangerous. That is you're saying that, and I'm going, "Oh god." As a recovering white knight, that is my kryptonite. That is the someone's, "Oh, I need help. I don't know what to do." And I'm like, "Ooh, okay. Charge." Um, I have to stop. I have to go, "That's a red flag for
yes,
me." And I
yes.
have to be very careful because I don't want to. I don't want to come across as cold, and by not doing anything, I'm like, oh, if I don't save this person, that means I'm a terrible person if I don't fix their problem,
Mhm.
and so I have to rewrite that, and I have to go, okay, I don't have to fix the problem. We can talk about it.
Calvina goes, "I put my cape away
Chip
years
away
ago.
years
I'm
ago.
no longer Captain Save-A-Ho."
Yes, I love that.
That's
Oh, that is
that's
fantastic.
gonna be my new name for White Knights. Are you
Captain
Captain
Save.
Save-A-Ho? Like, what's
Yes.
happening?
I feel like I now need a cape for that, or at least a T-shirt.
That's it. I am designing Captain
You need
Save-A-Ho.
you need absolutely need that. Yes. Yeah, that is my crypto. That's what I have to be careful with. Is when the person's like, I don't know what when the damsel comes out, and I've talked about that in therapy several times. Is like, okay, so you start dating. What's something that's a red flag for you? What should be a red flag for you? Yeah, the save a hoe.
The
That's I'm going to use
Save-A-Ho.
that one now.
Well, I
The
mean,
damsel.
yeah, I think for me, and here's where it was, is that um playing the damsel in distress or
Mhm.
playing the as my mom liked to call it, the southern stupid.
Yeah.
It was I wanted the other person, I wanted my partner to save me because if they saved me, if they came to every problem, if it cuz the reality is the only way you learn and you grow, and this is the hardest thing to do as a parent, especially, but with anyone that you truly care about, is you have to let them fail. You have
Mhm.
to let them struggle. And you can support them, Sean, and we've talked about this before in your white knighting.
Mhm.
They can support you and love you and not save you
Yes.
because you have to learn.
And yeah. Mhm.
And asking, saying, okay, this is what I need. Okay, I have this problem. Here is the solution to my problem. Here's what I've come up. I need your help in achieving that solution is something completely different
Mhm.
than I have this problem. Please fix it for me. And it's taking
Yes.
away all of your autonomy. It's taking away all of your decision making and taking away your struggles because you're having somebody else save you for it.
Yes.
And I can't speak for you as a white knight, but I'm going to assume that like I can fix this. I fixed it for her. So that way that proves I love her. That proves
Mhm.
that my value. And for
Mhm.
me, he fixed it for me. He thought enough to do all the heavy lifting for me, which means he values me and that proves that he loves me
Mhm.
and he doesn't want me to hurt. And if I don't hurt, then he's protecting me.
Mhm. It's there in both sides. There's both sides that are attempting that are hoping to achieve something. Fill in the gap, fill in some feeling missing part of them in order to achieve both of them, both the damsel and the white knight. Um, and there's a part of the white knight that is hoping for reciprocation. If I
Really?
fix yes, if
Okay.
I fix you, and I because it's usually like a big thing. If I fix this big thing for you, when the time comes that I'm gonna need something, probably not as big, but when the time comes that something is that I need something from you, then I'm sure you're gonna reciprocate. I'm sure you're going to help me with whatever it is that I need help with. So it's actually the white knight is self-serving. It's not complete altruism.
Mm.
Yeah. It's I helped you, so you're gonna help me. And what happens is that doesn't come true, and that's what creates a resentment. And if you have in that dynamic is when the time comes where I need something, it doesn't matter what it is that I need. The time comes that I'm going to go, okay, I need something from you. I need you to help me fix something, or I need something. It doesn't even fix something. It's I just need something from you. If the answer is if the result is no, is a rejection, for whatever reason that rejection exists, that's something that they can't give you, or something that they can't give you at the time, whatever the rejection is, that creates a massive resentment in the white knight, because I did all of this for you. I fixed your big problem and you can't give me this little thing.
You know what that equals?
What?
Nice guy.
Yes, yes.
I
Yes,
can spot those
absolutely.
motherfuckers from a
Yep.
mile
The nice
motherfucking
guys.
away.
Nice guys are not nice guys.
No.
Nice guys, it's all about it's all self-serving. Nice guys
Yes.
are self-serving. They're just hiding it.
Yes.
They do this because they're expecting
Yes.
reciprocation.
Yes.
And it's yeah, and it's not like okay, well, I understand when because it's again, it's when I need something, it's not I don't discern as in like okay, maybe you could do this, but maybe something. No, it is at the moment I need something, you must give me back. You must accomplish whatever it is that I'm asking
Or
of
they
you.
bank it.
Yeah, or or it becomes weaponized.
Yes.
Yes, and builds resentment, and then it steamrolls. It gets worse and worse. So
Oh,
yeah,
I can spot those motherfuckers a mile away.
yeah.
And only because Sean, I love you, but you were
Mhm,
that guy.
mhm,
You were the
mhm.
guy, and I have had a lot of those guys in my
I don't
life.
deny that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like just like me. I'm like I was the damsel in distress. I was the pick me. So again,
Mhm,
these are not things that we're like not openly admitting that we were.
mhm.
And I say were because Sean, you too. You have been really good, and I'm very proud of your progress. And I want that said that to our
Thank you.
community. He has been really really good about that. About like he is working on things. He's becoming a lot more self aware. Um,
Here's what I can do
right.
without for me it was the self-abandonment. I was self-abandoning in my white knighting. And so yeah, I've been working on that a lot is here I can help, here's what I can do, here's what I can't do.
Right. And as a quote Sondheim, yes, nice is different than good.
Good.
Yeah, I hear that. But I like, and oh, but here's another tell. Here's another
Mhm.
tell that I ignored. This is one of these tells that I ignored for a very long time because of my abandonment issues.
Mhm.
So the more I healed my abandonment issues and I worked on holding my boundaries, the more uncomfortable this tell made me. And it's the nice guys like, "Oh, I don't want to push you. I don't want to push you." When like
Mhm.
you say, "Hey, I'm not there. Hey, please, like, I like this, like, I am busy, so I like whatever." And yet they still continue to act and push
Mm.
in the and with the whole mindset of, well, if I say this enough, if I do nice enough things for her often enough, if I do these,
Yes.
if I just shower her with affection and shower her with this stuff and shower her with all of this, like, compliments and gratitudes and
Mhm.
platitudes and all of these things, if I just do it enough, yeah, I realize that you said you weren't in this place.
Mhm.
I realize, I know, and I acknowledge it, and this is what annoys me about it, is they acknowledge that you said it. They
Mhm.
acknowledge that you repeatedly, when you hold your boundary, go, "Listen, like, that's sweet of you. That's really nice of you. I appreciate the compliment. I just, please understand, I got things going on. I am whatever, et cetera, so forth." And they're like, "Oh, I know. I know." It's like they're lying in wait. Whereas
Yeah.
before before I worked on my abandonment issues, before I started saying, "Fucker, I told you,
Mhm.
you're poking at that boundary like you think that that's going to pop. It's not going to pop. I will let you know when that boundary is ready to come down.
Mhm.
You don't need to keep pushing on it." But it's that whole lying in wait, continuing to do the things. And because of my abandonment issues, and because I needed the validation, I needed to feel that I was beautiful, I needed to feel like somebody appreciated me, that saw me, that thought I was smart,
Mhm.
that thought enough of me to, like, do nice things for me. Which then So I just sort of like, okay, this is making me uncomfortable, but I'm going to let it go on because, they're just being nice, and they say that they understand and respect my boundaries. And then 6 months later or a month later or something, where I am forced to hold my boundary, and then all of a sudden shit goes sideways. And I'm like, "But I told you."
Mhm.
Well, I did this for you, and I did that for you, and I didn't know, like, how could you do that?" Oh, like, well, then that's on you. And then I used to take that personally. I'd be like, "Well,
Mhm.
maybe it is my fault, and maybe I owe this person something." And now I'm just like, "Fucker, that's your fault."
Mhm.
I said, I held my ground, and I didn't, and the whole, "You led me on because I wasn't a bitch to you." No.
Yeah.
If you
Apparently
do
being
something
nice is
nice,
now is
right.
leading people on.
Right.
Yeah.
In accepting somebody's gift,
Mhm.
or
Ooh.
somebody's compliment, and going, "Thank you, I really appreciate that. That's really sweet of you."
Mhm.
But if you compliment me, if you do things for me, and you expect something of me, like, but you can always tell. You can always tell. Like, it's a different vibe. It's how they word things. It's the level, like how the conversation goes. Like, dude, I was very clear. And then they get all pissed off at me like I'm some bitch that led them on, and I'm going, "I'm not the pick me girl anymore. I don't need your validation, or for you, just because you want something from me doesn't mean I'm there. And if you want something from me that I can't give you right now, that's on you. I've told you."
It's the strings, the obligate. You're right.
Yeah, like I did this with my hair and it went all weird, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like,
Then you do it again. Maybe if you do it the right number of times, it will all of a sudden just, it's like a Disney character, it just kind of falls into place.
"Doubtful. Have you seen my
Nah,
hair?
I have seen her, yes.
It's the Anna hair.
It just does what the Anna hair does what it does.
Just because like it's just
It
like
has a mind of its own.
it does.
Yeah,
It does
exactly.
whatever the fuck it wants.
This
I
is
don't
what's
know.
happening. You just kind of live with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, but
Yeah,
that's
but
yeah. Go ahead.
I know that because, like I said, I have been that. I've absolutely been that. I still find myself in that mindset sometimes, thinking, having that. Well, this happened, so this should happen, or this. There's this connectivity here. There's this expectation here.
Right.
There's this. Yeah. So I still find myself going, no, that unless it was said out loud and agreed upon, and there was consent on both sides, it doesn't exist.
Right.
Stairs and Afro. Yeah, can't be no. So yeah.
How has
Mhm.
there ever been a time where you have been bitching and complaining about somebody else's like things that they do? Like say, okay, say like the white knighting, for example, before your healing, before your work,
Mhm.
and you've been bitching about it and you're bitching about it and you're just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And one of your really close friends go, you realize you do that, right?
I mean, you're talking about our conversations, right? That's what happens in our conversations.
And you're like, no, I don't. And they're like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I am blissfully unaware of. I always say blissfully. I am so unaware of my own. I'm not self-aware many times. There's a lot of times where I'm just like, wait, what? What's happening? What's going on? No. Yeah, that's happened. Oh, they're just doing that because of this. They're just doing that because they're trying to, they're trying to get this. I'm like, okay, yeah. So the nice guy is I've called out other people's nice guy while being the nice guy. Yeah, that's happened.
Uh,
What about you? You gotten called out while being the pick me? Have you gotten called? Have you made fun of people's pick me's while being the pick me?
while being the pick me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Have you made fun of other of people's like ex-girlfriends or girlfriends while doing the same thing? Like, oh, that's crazy. That was stupid. They're definitely your crazy ex while still trying to.
Well, that was because I was, in narcissistic relationships where like everybody's crazy. Like, and I was like
They were all crazy.
I was the new supply where it's like, well, yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta like me. Like, yeah. Like,
Why would they do that? That does sound crazy.
yeah. Here's the thing though.
Mhm.
Other than my therapist, I think all my friends are scared to tell me those things.
You think your friends are scared to tell you when you're
Not now. I think my friends back
okay?
then when I
Oh
was
yeah,
doing those
sure.
things,
Yes, I would agree with that. Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure that there have been times self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Usually when I was self-deprecating or apologizing for shit,
Hmm.
and yeah, I think that would probably be the one thing that stands out, I think. I'm sure there are several times, but my trauma has like wiped my brain. It's done a hard reset. I don't
I think
know.
there's a lot of stuff that I did and that I
Yeah.
dealt with that my brain has just gone, "No, we're gonna file this away. We're
Yeah.
archiving this stuff.
Yeah.
You don't need, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't need to keep that in the active folder." So,
Oh. Um, yeah.
so
Oh god, this one sucks.
yeah,
I
we've
didn't
been calling ourselves out on
I
a
didn't think
lot of
this
this one.
one was suck nearly as much as it does, like,
But when we start scratching below the surface,
facts,
you're like,
facts.
like, oh yeah. One thing, what we start surface level, and then it starts to the layers start to peel back, and we're like, oh yeah, we did that. Yeah, I did that. Oh yeah.
Um,
Have you ever met someone who didn't think they had a tail?
oh yeah, all the time.
And could you spot their tail
Oh yeah,
immediately?
yeah. Again, hypervigilance. And bitch, I'm
Uh-huh.
like black sheep, hypervigilant, older, parentified older daughter. Like
Mhm.
that is like I had to micro movements, micro facial
Mhm.
expressions, like all of those things. And like how they talk, how people word things, tone of voice, like all of
Ooh,
like that is
yeah.
my trauma superpower. So I can like again, when I say I can spot people and I can and
Mhm.
it never ceases to amaze some people. I'll just like I'm at the point in my healing. Okay, all right. Let me the timeline of Anna and the things that so I was born with and have been since I was younger very blunt in how I said things, how I
Mhm.
deliver things. Like honestly, Mama Jan from
Mhm.
VSBN, Don Darrow's mom, like she grew up, like she's known me since I was like 2. She's like, my first interaction with you is I got a haircut. It was a terrible haircut. Nobody told me. And the first thing you said to me was, what happened to your head? Like
Th Mhm.
that is just who I am as and I've had to be and then because of how I was raised, because of trauma and bullshit, I learned not to not deliver that stuff and not, to really edit my words, to not have an opinion. Then I learned how the anxious attachment started growing. So then I learned how to self-abandon. I learned how to not have
Mhm.
opinions. I learned how to be the pick me, the always agreeable one, et cetera, and so forth. So now, as I am going into my healing and I am my PTG, my post traumatic growth, as I am, again, I am not going back to the person I was. What I'm doing is I am now cultivating and growing and um coming into who I am as a person, my core values. I'm discovering that my level of worrying about how I come off to people is gotten much smaller. Now, is my awareness of and acceptance and accountability there, which is very different than when I was a kid because I didn't know about accountability as a kid.
Mhm.
So when I come off as harsh or blunt or sometimes hurtful in how I say things and understanding that I may not have felt like it was harsh or I didn't mean to my intent was not to be hurtful, but recognizing and taking accountability going, "You know what? You're right. I probably should have found a better way to say that." But when I call people out on their shit, like, I'm like, I will literally sit there and just sit across from somebody and going, they'll say something and be like, "So tell me how you have abandonment issues."
Yeah, you will. Can attest.
Yeah. I
0
mean,
out of 10, don't recommend.
so what I'm hearing is what I'm
Mhm.
hearing is you've developed a sense of overthinking and apologizing because you want other people to like you and you feel the need to rescue you. So tell me who didn't love you enough as a kid?
Who hurt you?
Yeah, no, and it's not even who hurt you. It's like, so who was the person that didn't love you enough as a kid?
Mhm.
Where did you learn as a child? Like, all these things. I will call somebody out on that.
I've been on the other end of that. I'm just saying, just saying. It's
I
been
would
there.
if they have a tell, I will call them out on it.
Mhm. Or you'll pull the tell me if I'm wrong. But
That's
now
my tell. That's a tell right there. That is an
I could
absolute
be wrong, but
now, correct me if I'm wrong.
yes,
Just stop. It's not. I mean, I could be wrong. That's always the other thing was that after
I
I've
could
gone
be
through,
wrong.
I could be wrong.
Well, we all know you're probably not, but you could be.
I,
It's
I
happened.
could be wrong. That's another
Mhm.
one of like I recognize that I may have been just a little too much and a little
Mhm.
too honest and a little too bitchy.
Mhm.
I could be wrong.
You might be. It's not impossible. There are times where you are not spot on. Hmm. I mean, it's not often, but it does happen.
I try not to be now, though. I try to be very aware of it, but I also try not to be apologetic about it. And I think that's the big difference is that recognizing in myself of going, I'm just a blunt person. I'm going to tell you like it is.
Hmm.
Now, am I going to be trying to be aware of it if I understand that my personality and way I say things might come off as a little, a little snarky? Okay, I will try to be more aware of that. But you also need to understand that I'm also not going to change my personality and who I am because it makes you uncomfortable. And I did not used to do that before because pick me girls don't do that. Pick me girls
Hmm.
are all like, I just want everyone to like me and everyone loves me and I want everyone to like me. And I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore. Da 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 da. Give me my
Yeah.
fucking supervillain cape. I don't give a
There you
fuck.
go. You need the not the damsel.
Now I'm not a damsel in distress. I'm a dragon in a dress, motherfuckers. Yeah, like I will burn the motherfucking
That
villages to the
there you
goddamn
go.
ground. I will
Hmm.
burn those bridges and roast marshmallows on in the fire. Like I don't like. But does that make me a bad person? No, it does not. It just means that that's just where I'm at, and that's okay.
And some people are fine with it. Some people are not. Some people, no matter what your personality is, no matter
Yeah.
who I am, there's always going to be people that are not okay with that. That don't like that, and that's fine. That's I don't have to be appetizing to everybody.
Yes.
That's the thing. Um, but yeah.
So, oh, this one, I love this one. Living with being readable. Because everybody, it's let's just say human behaviors, when you're dealing with saying everybody has like that's why psychology exists. That's why all these books of this behavior patterns, A plus B plus C equals
Hmm.
D. Like there are just certain patterns of behavior that are consistent throughout people. It's universal. Like if you're an anxious attachment, you're going to act a certain way and you're going to
Yeah.
have the same certain tells. If you're an avoidant,
Yep.
you're going to have the same things. If you're a pick me, you're going to do the same things. If you have a fear of abandonment, if you're a white knight, you're all going to do the same behaviors. That's
Hmm.
why you're able to recognize it. That's why therapists are able to help you. That's why therapists are able to recognize the behavior and patterns. And the thing is that suppressing a tell does not erase the tell. It doesn't just because okay, I'm going to pretend I'm not going to do this thing. It just, it just manifests itself into something else, you know?
Or our tells are usually things that we're not always conscious of. Just because we become conscious of it doesn't mean it goes away.
Yes.
It still exists. We still do it. And even if I try to mask my tell, it's only masked when I'm consciously doing that. When I'm consciously masking it. That's
Yeah.
the whole point. Is as soon as I stop thinking about masking it, I'm not masking it anymore, and it becomes it's still there. It's just waiting to be uncovered, which is going to happen.
Yeah.
That's why it's a tell
Hmm.
because we do it subconsciously.
Yeah.
And so it can come out. So we can perform it all we want, but it's also exhausting,
Oh, fuck.
right? It is exhausting to to try to mask our tells.
Yes. It's just exhausting in general.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's like, is there are our tells necessarily bad things?
I don't think
I
so.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think so.
I think everybody's tells are one personal to them. And I
Hmm.
think our tells let you know where the person is at
Hmm.
and where their mindset is at, especially if, like, Sean, for example, or we're just going to use you and I, for example.
Hmm.
Like, if I could see your white knight tendencies coming back,
Hmm.
I feel like that at this point, I would be like, oh, okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hmm.
You're, 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 you're exhibiting some old behaviors.
Hmm.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's important, and it's important to have people around you who will
Yeah.
say that. who will call that out and go, hey, now again, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just seeing a part of it, but this is what I'm seeing some White Knight stuff. I'm seeing some of that come back.
Yeah.
Is what's going on? What's going on in your head
Yeah.
to bring that out? Because I think because if not, I'm not always aware. We're not always aware of what we're doing. That's why they're tells, because they're subconscious.
Yes.
And so other people may see them, especially people that know us that have been around us.
Yes.
And so they're gonna spot those things a mile away while we think we're completely hidden. Like no one's possibly can see my tail. Everyone else is going, oh my God, I saw it from a mile away. It was, you might as well put up a billboard. That's me. That's me.
No, Sean, this
I
is the
think it's like this
conversation.
big.
This is the conversation that we're having.
Mhm.
Dude, what's wrong with Sean? Dude, has Sean talked to you, or is he okay?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm completely fine. No, yeah. So, and sometimes and I'm not trying to say that your friend should be doing the work for you,
No.
but sometimes we're just we may be experiencing something and like we're just starting to understand or feel what's going on, but we may not be fully aware of it until someone else goes, "Hey, I'm seeing something."
Right.
And so it's good to have people in your life who can see that and will say something about it.
Okay, there are two things. Okay, two things.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I don't forget one or the other before. But
I know that.
speaking of that,
Mhm.
speaking of having friends do the tell, like here is where I get really nervous. Here's an when somebody will never or very rarely tell you when you're doing something
Mhm.
or call you out on your shit. Especially like of course you're not going to do it with acquaintances, but if we're like we are like really close, if we've been vulnerable, if we're at that place where we're like, sharing personal things and all this stuff or we're in a relationship. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't tell me when I am doing things like, or even bring to my attention, not even just like, not necessarily like you're doing this, blah, 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 but like, hey,
I'm seeing this.
yeah, I'm seeing these, like, I'm noticing these. Like, if you're not willing to call out some things and I'm not, or the other person, you call out the other person and they're not receiving that. If they take everything that you say as a criticism, if
As an
they're
attack.
as an attack and
Mhm.
they are defensive and they don't listen, that's a huge red flag. That's a tell going, you don't do accountability.
Yeah.
You haven't done any work and you are going to make everything my problem.
There you go.
Never again.
Yeah.
No, because I should be able to, if I'm in a close friendship or I'm in a romantic relationship, I should be able to go, what you're doing hurt me,
Mhm.
or your behavior, or et cetera and so forth. And they should be able to listen, take accountability where there is on their part. And you should listen to that and have a constructive discussion. Yeah. If somebody is never telling me the bad stuff, if they're always telling me about the good stuff happen in their life, if it's all good or all bad,
Yes,
if
one
it
or
if it's
yes.
all one or one of the other, that is a huge tell that like they don't know how to see anything as a big picture. That
Pigeonholed.
very they are all very tunnel visioned, and
Tunnel vision,
that
yeah.
that becomes an issue for me.
Yeah,
So,
it's because both things are happening, it's important to be able to share both.
but here is the one thing, because I know we talk a lot about tells in the negative. Okay.
Mhm.
But I think it needs to be said um, that tells aren't always bad. Tells, tells are a way for it's twofold. Tells are a way that I can find compassion for someone, that I can hold empathetic space for someone, especially like those pick me women or those damsels in distress or whatever.
Mhm.
Like I can hold space. Does it make what they're doing right? Do I agree with what they're doing? No, but I feel like it, instead of coming from a place of judgment,
Ooh,
I am
yeah.
coming from a place of, I can tell this, you are giving all of the tells of this type of feeling or this thought process. And I can empathize with that because I've been there. So instead of instantly going, "Oh god," I'm more likely to go, "Oh, okay. I know what I need to do," from a space of empathy versus a space of judgment.
That's kind of a tough one because I think it's easy to lean into the judgment
Yeah. I mean,
and
yeah.
go, yeah, and so to have empathy for someone and where they're at,
Yeah.
because we were there. We know it because we were there.
Yes. Oh, and sometimes
So
that's hard though. It's
it,
hard.
it is, and I think we're also judging ourselves at the same time.
Mhm.
It's we're going, I can't, because we're also going, I can't believe I was there. I can't. Oh my god! I can't believe that's what I did. I was. That was me. I did that. That was like that. Ugh. And we're judging ourselves for that.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to judge them, and we're projecting it onto them to feel better about how where we are right now.
Yes. Again, that goes back to make myself feel better, I'm gonna, yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think it's good to have empathy towards the people who are currently going through that, currently dealing with that. And I think it also depends upon whether it's something they're going through or it's some place that they're at and they are still there.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily know because some people it's a part in their journey where they're at in their journey, and for some people it's where they chose to live.
It's a difference between an Airbnb and owning a home.
And owning that place, yes.
I
Yeah.
mean, very facts, very, very facts. But it
So
also, I think that for me, also tells are okay, well, now I know how because here's the reality. The reality is, as all of our therapists have said, at some point, we can only control ourselves.
yes.
We
Oh
can
yeah.
only control our thoughts, our
hmm
feelings. And even then, we can't even control those. But we can only control how we problem solve, how we respond, not react, because
hmm
reaction is, we can't always control how we react to something, but we can always control how we respond to something or someone or
hmm
a situation. So I think knowing, like, especially for me, knowing, for example, the nice guy or the white knight or the whatever, the narcissist, whatever. I can't control that other person. But I know by seeing the signs, by seeing the tells, I know, okay, I've been here, I've done that.
hmm
I'm not doing that again. I'm going to make a different choice, and I know how to respond to this situation, which is also very helpful. What's your funniest tell? Actually,
Mine of that I do.
what's my funniest tell?
Your funniest. I don't know if funniest is the right word. Your one of your tells is when you get excited about something. You get this glow and like this, like you almost start to vibrate when you get excited and you get passionate about something. You just get excited, like it's a whole body experience,
It
and
is a
you're
whole
just like
body experience. Like I get very gestury.
you
Yeah,
do, yeah. You get very. It's a very cool tell when you're like, especially like
I do.
when
I
you try.
actually do vibrate. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's like when you're for it's that it's when it's before you actually talk about it. It's a thing where like you have become excited about it and you're getting ready to talk about it, and it's like when you pull those cars back and they wind up, and it's like right before you release it, like there's all this energy, and then you release it. And it goes. It's a very cool thing. It is.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Mhm. You're like, oh, here she goes. Or when you're about to rant.
What do you mean about when I right before I rant?
Yeah. We can tell when you're about to rant because you kind of get the yeah. You're like, you get very determined, like, oh, I'm about to go off. As long as the rant's not directed at me, it's a very cool thing.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, go ahead.
You're a fiddler.
What? No, that's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Especially when you are like have something to say, but you don't know if you want to say it, but you sort of want to say it.
Mhm.
Like you get like real fiddly. You get like real you don't know, and especially you don't know what to do. Like all of a sudden, you don't know what to do with your
My hands.
hands. Like it is like when you have something to say, you are like it's like, but you are uncomfortable. Again, your trauma's kicked in or you're triggered or
Mhm.
whatever. It's like and in any situation where you're uncomfortable, you forget what to do with your hands.
What do I
It's
do
just
with
like
these
I don't
things?
know what to do
I
with it.
don't
So
know
you like
what's happening.
you start fiddling with things. It's like like
Mhm.
literally like pens. Like you do the twirly thing with your pen. You start
Yeah.
you
I just start doing all kinds of stuff with them.
yeah
Like,
you just start fidget spinning. You just
uh-huh.
like yeah. That's how we know the internet is coming like a rainstorm. You can
Yeah.
smell it in the air.
Yeah.
Just like anything though, I don't think tells are bad. And
Mhm.
everyone has them. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There's just one of those things where it's just like, oh, that person is really hard to read. No, just like not having an opinion is still an opinion.
Mhm.
Not not having a tell or being straight is still having a tell
Mhm.
because that just tells me that you are masked up hard.
Yeah, because we all have them. Because again,
Everyone.
they're not bad to have.
No.
We all have them, and so if so you either you're not good because not everybody's good at reading them. Not everybody's good at
Mm-mm.
that pattern because it's
Yeah.
pattern recognition.
Yeah.
So either the person who's saying it isn't good at reading that, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Some
It just
people
means you
again,
don't have trauma.
yeah, that's probably what it means.
Right.
Or that the person that you're reading is so messed up
Yeah.
that they're just fighting tooth and nail not to show it. But we all have it, and
Mhm.
that's okay.
And again, that's how your therapists know where you're at. Therapists are really good at pattern recognition. Let's just be
Mm-hmm.
real. They are just professional pattern recognizers. That's just all they
Mm-hmm.
are.
Yeah. The number of times we've looked at our therapist and gone, and that's why you're good at your job.
Right.
Why you got to be so good at your job? Because they recognize it and then they say it.
Right. And they know how to break the pattern.
Yes. Yeah.
They know how to break the pattern. And it's okay. And I think
Mhm.
that's also like you have the tell, and your tells are where like tells are like all sorts of they could be just who you are as a personality, or they could just be where you are in life,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Doesn't make him bad. Just makes him part of who you are, or where you're at.
Uh
So.
I spent years learning to read everyone else's tells and none of my own. Turns out the hardest person to catch in the act is the one holding the mirror.
Ooh.
I don't need you coming after me
What?
like that. Do it, bitch.
Yeah.
What?
That is true.
But tells aren't bad. I think tells are just everyone has them. And I think it's okay. It's okay to admit that you have that tell. I think so many people hide them.
Mhm.
Um,
I think I think we should normalize talking about tells because I think it can be hard to hear that. It can be hard to hear when someone goes, "Yeah, so you have this tell when this is happening, you do this that." Like, there's a part of me that wants to get defensive and go, "Oh no, I don't," or
want to?
yeah, yes, want to. Um, Yes, want to.
Mhm.
There's a part of me that does get defensive.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
okay.
And go like, "Oh, that's not true," or "You don't know that about me," because it's vulnerable. It feels
It's
vulnerable
vulnerability.
to have someone be able to read you, see you, understand you, especially if you thought you were masked up.
Mhm.
You thought you were covering it up, and for someone to be able to read that and see that and speak to that, it's vulnerable. It's vulnerable. And so how do you respond to vulnerability? How do I respond to vulnerability? For the most of my life, I've responded to vulnerability with defensiveness. I didn't want to be vulnerable. And so that's where a lot of that comes from, is like I thought this about myself. This was my perception. And and then someone says something, I'm like, ooh, apparently that wasn't. Apparently that perception was all up in here.
But I think also having somebody having somebody call you out on a tell helps you become more self-aware, which causes you to grow.
Hmm.
If it's something that you're not aware of that you want to change, or that is destructive. Or it helps when you are aware of a tell. It helps that, like, again, with that vulnerability of going, hey, like, for example, if I am rearranging furniture at 2 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
y'all need to come over because I am not in a good headspace. Like,
Hmm.
or like that type of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those because maybe at the time this is a tell that I'm aware of post hoc,
When you're in it.
but when I'm in it, I don't, because it is something that is just my brain, my trauma brain goes clicks off and is just something I'm automatically doing.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing it as, oh, I'm upset. I am just doing, like,
You're
sometimes
doing the thing.
I'm just doing the thing. I'm just rearranging the
Yeah.
furniture. I just had an urge.
Hmm.
There's a
Yeah.
reason you had that urge, you know.
And your friends can maybe be able to spot that from a mile down the road
Right.
and go, yeah. So hey, something you're working through, something you want to talk about, something. Hey, something on your mind?
Hey, you know what? You
I
know what?
noticed.
I'm not gonna stop you from rearranging. I'm just gonna sit here with you.
We're just yeah. Hmm.
Just gonna and give it
It'll
another
happen.
30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna check on you in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So,
we all have them.
mhm. And they're okay, and it's okay to have tells.
And it's okay to let the tells be your red flags. We don't have to, like, I think that that's also what I wanna come with. Tells are one of those areas where 2 things can be true at the same times. Tells
Mhm.
can be a red flag and also be a building block.
Yes.
And it's just all in where you're coming from and where they're at and where you're at.
Yeah.
Tells are neither good nor bad. They are just both.
And that's okay.
And believe them.
Yeah.
Believe them. So, all right.
There we go. That's it.
You get to I
I get
opened
to.
up. You get to
You
close out.
did. I get to close. All
Yes.
right. So today is Sunday, right? So that means tonight we have some more Let's Build with me with Pep. So we're gonna do some building work. I'm hoping maybe we can finish the modular or the tutor corner build. That's what we've been working on for the last couple months. So hopefully we're gonna be able to finish that tonight. Put the roof on it and all that fun stuff.
Is the roof
On
on
that,
fire?
it's not, but we might raise it. We might raise it a few times. Um,
Wow. Okay. All right. Cool, 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 cool.
yeah. That's where we're at.
Did your
So that
knees hurt with that
they
one?
did.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was like, yeah, knees, back. It's all hurting. All right. So that's it. Anyway, that's at 5:30 tonight. 5:30 Central.
Just gonna let that one go. Keep going. Just going.
5:30 tonight on the Dorian Summer channel. Some Let's Build. And then on Tuesday we have Three Bards and a Dragon is our RPG podcast where we roll a d20 and let it ruin our lives. That is on the Team AOA channel at 7:30 Central on Tuesday. We had last week was part 1 of our I choked the mayor. And so
Oh, that's right.
yeah, it was a very interesting. It was part one of the adventure. It was, if you missed it, please go check it out before it goes off. I think you'll enjoy it. It is certainly something. It went in such a different direction than I think we expected. So now we're going to do a part 2 on Tuesday. So make sure you come for that. And again, that is at 7:30 Central on the Team_AOA channel. And then that brings us back to the scheduled stuff on Sunday, More Waking Up at 12 o'clock Central, where we talk about religious trauma, regular trauma, and everything in between. That's it. That's all the
Yay.
scheduled stuff. So make sure you're following all of our channels. You never know when we might suddenly pop up and start doing something fun. Could happen.
Could happen.
It could.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.
Yep.
All right,
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Did you really just high five over me right
No,
now?
we didn't. You can see
And we're
it.
live. Hello.
Wait, last week,
You don't even do that well from the front seat.
okay.
The bear's coming with the cup and spoon.
That's a straight up PBR for the table.
Yeah, 3 out 3.
I think it called.
She ain't judging us at all.
Did you really just high five over me right
No,
now?
we didn't. You can see
And
it.
we're live.